Hello guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Celebrity Click. And if you are tuning in for the very first time, please remember to like this video, share this video, to leave a comment, and most importantly, please remember to subscribe to this channel. My name is Betty and please feel very much welcome. So lately, my loves, King Charles has been proving and showing what a racist man he is. So my loves, apparently the lionesses won the Euros and made it to the final, and so King Charles congratulated the lionesses, and when he was congratulating the lionesses, he ignored a star player, Michelle Agyemang. Michelle Agyemang is a team player for the lionesses, and she is a 19-year-old black woman. And when King Charles was offering his congratulations to the team, he decided to use a team's photo that does not include Michelle in it. Can you imagine? The king is congratulating the team, and Michelle is a part of this team, and yet the king decided that he is going to use a photo that does not include Michelle in it. This just proves and this just shows that racism runs through King Charles' veins, because King Charles is a man who doesn't recognize the achievements of black women, because Michelle is part of this team, and Michelle is one of the reasons that this team actually made it to the finals, because she also had a part to play in the team. So definitely she was also part of the reason that this team made it to the finals and won the Euros. But the king decided, can you imagine? All of your other team members are in the photo, but you yourself, you are not in that photo. And just to remember that this is just a 19-year-old girl who is just seeking to be seen, who is trying to prove that that is where she belongs. Yet you Charles, you are trying to prove that the achievement of this woman doesn't mean anything, because you don't recognize the achievements of black women, because King Charles is just a racist man. This man has just proven to be a racist man again and again. But I just didn't expect it to reach here, because was it too hard to look for a photo that includes all the team members in it, to use a photo that has Michelle in it, because Michelle is also part of the team? So I don't get why you decided to use a photo that doesn't include Michelle, a photo that only has all the other white women in it. But that message is just so clear. Actually, that photo just screams a message, and that message is that King Charles doesn't recognize the achievements of black women. And it's just a shame. It's just so shameful. It's just a shame, and it's just so shameful that King Charles doesn't recognize the achievements of the women of color. And that's why this is actually why King Charles couldn't even recognize Meghan, because Meghan was a woman who had achieved a lot, and when she came to the royal family, she still continued to achieve a lot, and that's how she even became popular more than even the royals themselves. And King Charles couldn't stomach that, and that's because he can't stomach a black woman achieving anything and a black woman getting popular. And that's why you can see here that King Charles is congratulating the lionesses, but deciding deciding to ignore Michelle, who is a black woman. But that is just so hurtful, because Michelle is just a young girl. She is only 19, so she is a young girl who is trying to prove that she belongs here, she belongs in that team. And I'm sure as a black woman, she has worked so hard for her to be able to reach there. She has worked so hard for her to be in that team. And yet when the king is congratulating the entire team, he and his social team decides that we are going to use a photo that doesn't include Michelle there. So I'm just feeling sorry for Michelle, because definitely she saw that the king congratulated their team for winning, but she wasn't there. The picture that was used to congratulate the team, Michelle wasn't included. And actually, many people reacted to this because this is so bad, and King Charles has a lot of bad behavior. And lately I have been talking about King Charles racism a lot, because it's popping up so much, and I'm getting fed up. I'm getting fed up with this man's racism behavior, because I'm just fed up. Let me read you some of the comments of people on X. And one person said, "What a stupid move. They will never convince us that they aren't racist to the core. Plus, all those videos of Charles keeping handshakes with black people at rope lines." If you can remember, I actually did a video of King Charles keeping two black kids on queues, and these black kids were actually on the front line, and yet King Charles skipped them as if they want nothing. But that isn't hurting like this. This is just so hurting. Imagine you have worked so hard. You have worked so hard for you to reach there. You have worked so hard for you to achieve this. You have worked so hard for you to get into a team, and yet someone decides that you are not a part of this team just because you are a black woman. That is just so shameful. The king, who refuses to shake the hands of black children throng to meet him, even as their outstretched hand in 5 inches in front of him. I wonder why. Another person said, "Wow, but that's what racists do. We have watched him pretend to like brown people, and we have watched his real treatment of them." This is just so bad. King Charles. Twice in a week, he made it a point to ignore a black person. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. I have actually told you. Lately, King Charles has been proving what a racist man he is. Once again, the racist cult show what they are all about. So glad I interviewed on BBC asked the manager about it yesterday. I'm glad this is getting the attention it deserves. Yeah, this actually deserves all the attention that it can get, because can you imagine, you are using a picture, a photo that doesn't include all of the team members, and the only team member that is being left out is a black woman. That is no coincidence. That is definitely no coincidence. These people knew what they were doing, and what they were doing is technically and definitely not recognizing achievements of a black woman. And that's actually what King Charles does. He has been doing it from the very beginning, and that's what he did to Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Another person said, "Nothing new here. He's always ignored folk because he deems them beneath him." And another person said, "Just remarkable that the person saving the team was bluntly overlooked in their congratulatory message. The optics displayed here truly negative reflection of the family." Can you imagine? This is a star player. Michelle is a star player, and she is also part of the team. and if she was not in that team, the team definitely couldn't have won without one of their team members. And when you are issuing a congratulatory message, you don't include her. So that just screams racism. That just screams racism in capital letters. And another person said they are not even trying to pretend. That would be an attack on their majesty. Yeah, definitely, this was no coincidence, and these people knew what they were doing. Charles is a racist, but unfortunately to him, he is an offspring of Queen Charlotte from both parents. Actually, lately, King Charles has been proving what a racist man he is, and I'm just fed up. I'm just fed up, my loves. And I know you are also fed up, so let me know what are your thoughts. What are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Because can you imagine when you are issuing a congratulatory message, you decide to use a photo that excludes one of the team members, and that team member happens to be a black woman? That is definitely no coincidence. So my loves, let me know what are your thoughts. What do you think about this behavior that King Charles has been continuously showing? Let me know your thoughts, and thank you so much for watching. And please remember to like this video, to share this video, to leave a comment, and most importantly, my loves, please remember to subscribe to this channel. I love you so much. See you next time. Bye.